Maybe the last one we do when we take a break. Alright. We touched a dead dude. We're in the lecture hall. Magic. Actually, because Mikolash is in the nightmare himself, is why that brings us in. You know what? I don't want beast blood pellets up right now. I may put back on my hand lantern and my pebbles to pull things. I may switch to my elemental weapon here. Oh, no, he's not down there. There's one. So now the students, they're a little bit tougher than the ones we met before. The ones on the first level. But the second level, I'm going to try to clear out these guys so I don't get interrupted too much. Is full of interesting lore stuff now. Kind of makes sense, right? Like, these would be the more senior students. I killed you. Alright. Yeah, these are the more senior students here. Is my hand lantern's on. Back. Alright, let's start exploring the area. So up here we find the note, the nameless moon presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. Alright. That is part of a hint of the moon presence that exists in the Hunter's Dream. The actual thing creating and controlling the Hunter's Dream. And also over here is a note that says 3/3 chords. The fact these notes are found close to each other is pretty heavy of your lore, and indicating what you're going to need to do is acquire 3 umbilical cords to get to the moon presence. Because this sort of implies whatever student or professor's room this was, they were heavily into researching and understanding. I am not going to mess with that guy for a moment. They were heavily into researching and understanding the Hunter's Dream and what had caused that and was continuing to cause that. Let me check these side paths, make sure I didn't leave anybody alive or also miss a door. So, I gotta watch, because there's a couple that, yeah, that drop down. So I am now up top. This is the lecture hall that I showed you for clearing out the farm echoes. You can actually do both now, the top and the bottom in one run. The bottom is worth, the top. These guys are dropping 1400 and I don't even have any boost stones in. Alright, find another note up here. Master Wilhelm was right. Evolution without courage will be the ruin of our race. And again, that whole evolution without courage is slightly disturbing, because that implies a rationalization to sacrifice people in the name of science.
For science?
It's for science, right? It's fine. Gotta be careful, I don't want to miss any notes up here, because there's just a ton of lore.
Yeah, there's one note in that room.
There it is. There we go. Hunt the great ones. Hunt the great ones. That just seems more like a student doodling on his book. That's kind of what we've been doing the whole game. Alright, got that back and opened. Which, now we're back. Okay, yeah. Let's go back down to the other end of the hall. It's also interesting how the lecture hall acts as a, so that's the, yeah, that's the room we started in. Acts as a, focal point, a nexus, a center of all the nightmare areas. Because it's connected to the Nightmare Frontier. It's also connected to... Where are you at? There you are.
I'm sure.
It is also connected to... Alright, fine. I don't think you can actually get him until you pick up this insight. Or sedative. And it is a gateway to the Nightmare Mensis. Which will be the last thing that we do, is enter the Nightmare Mensis from the lecture hall. But, just like we entered the, Nightmare Frontier, it's a one-way step. So, I want it to be the last thing that we do. Okay, alright. You know what, I'm gonna see if I can ignore you.
Okay.
And go down the side and take out the last of these guys. And I think there's a one or two more. Two more, here you go. You're dead, dude. Just die. Just die, okay? Don't continue to... Bloodstone chunk. Oh yeah, we can be so... How are we doing on chunks? 13. Alright, there's gonna be some upgrading happening. Probably to Evelyn. More than the spear. You don't go that way. Go this way.
What do you mean?
I mean, you don't get to those from that end. You have to come from this side. I know the map better than you know the map, trust me. Alright, that dude drops down on you at the lower floor. So he doesn't drop down when you're up here. But the reason to go into here is what we're arguing about at the moment.
That's not what I'm arguing about. I'm reminding you that there's notes in a room that you have walked by.
Alright, get a communion rune. Which again, we know what the communion rune is at this point, so we'll get that item. Oh, you're talking about the ones outside. I thought you were talking about that.
No, there's a couple of notes in a room you keep walking away from.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take this dude out. This guy's no joke. Let him clear the area a bit for you, so that you can kind of maneuver around him. Get him irritated and he will... Ah, jeez, dude. I can't even see. I need my stamina back. I mean, this is almost a frickin' boss fight. The amount of health that guy has. And of course, his hands are on fire, so don't try fire. Alright, I'm not gonna go down that staircase yet. We'll get the room.
Room?
Is that what you're talking about? No, through here? No, it's not through here. It's across the bridge. That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, it's like... classroom.
Well, see, I knew that you couldn't go back that far. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure about that, but I was like, maybe I forgot it.
We just walked past it again.
The bridge?
No. This is the room. Across from where you killed him. And there's a couple of notes in there. You said you didn't want to miss any of the notes.
Wait. No, I already got that.
Now you're over here.
Are you pointing to somewhere I've already gotten?
No.
I think you are. Are you talking about this room in the dark back corner? Is it in the corner?
It's in a corner. I don't
Oh wow, the door's open.
there.
And this note, it talks about the pale blood in the moon room, and this one talks about the 3 chords. I talked about that room.
Okay.
Alright, this is the door to, Nightmare Mensis. We have one more thing to do. We have a friend to visit. You see our friend?
I see your friend. He's not mine.
Hello, sir.
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be.
What, you thought you killed me?
You didn't. Lord Amygdala?
Killed her.
Oh, how did this come to pass?
And I love that you get to beg for life from him.
Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
Of course I do.
Oh, it pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. I shared with you a thing...
This is Patch's MO.
Now, you're witnessing...
Pushes you down things and then apologizes and acts like a friend.
It's plain as a pikestaff. Now, say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know.
See, he's just rationalizing it. I was just sacrificing you to my God. That's all. Nothing personal. The laugh's not helping you, buddy.
No matter. Such details are trifling.
I don't think so.
Let this express...
Now you can kill him, and he'll drop some wisdom. And he gives me a nice rune that's gonna add more stamina.
What is friendship? But a chance encounter.
You don't want to kill him, though.
Well, my apologies. On the good grace of a certain god, and the way he meted out his love.
Well,
my apologies.
Okay, so now we've exhausted all his dialogue, and we can open this area up here. And this is the first floor. Where you come in. There's the lantern. So you can kill him. You can go ahead and kill Patches if you want. And he'll drop a Great One's Wisdom. But if you don't, later he'll appear as a merchant in the Chalice Dungeons. That's always the final step. If you let him live after he's been a dick to you, he comes back as a merchant. And then usually sells some interesting items. I don't know exactly what he sells. I don't remember it being anything special. But to end out this episode and just... we actually have quite a bit of time. But we're gonna... It might be a short episode. Because we're gonna go to the Nightmare Mensis. We're gonna try to make it to the stone. To the lantern. And not die and lose our 91,000 echoes.
Well, this is a smart thing to do.
What's that?
Go to Nightmare Mensis, this new area.
Oh, and
a bunch of echoes.
I think if you die, though, you'll actually just start at the beginning if you haven't reached the lantern. So again, very similar to the Nightmare Frontier, as far as you just appear in this area. There is a sinister bell-ringing woman, so I'm going to want to take care of this quickly. I'm making sure... I'm not passing anything. Kill this guy real quick. Oh! Oh, and you did it anyway. So, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's if they do their charge up before they die. That's what causes the worms to jump out of their bodies. Not 100% sure of that. I do know if you kill them quick enough, that won't happen. I think we made it. I think. Hello. You thought I wasn't going to see you, and I almost didn't.
He is not marked on the map.
Oh, 3 chunks.
Why is he not marked on the map?
I don't know. There's a pool sucker. I got hit by that thing. That glowy thing that's going to be an annoying thing that we will talk about more in the next video. But for now, I am outie. Outie 5000. So, yeah, I'm gonna do some off-camera leveling up, spending those echoes, and then when we get back, it's gonna be Nightmare of Mensis time, and we're closing in on the final episodes. See you next episode.